not what your country can do for you. Ask what you can do for your country.
I was a child of the 1960s, and I was inspired, like so many other people, by Kennedy's speech for public service. And I also was deeply concerned about environmental protection. I think my mother had the strongest influence. She was a wildlife botanist and wrote field guides to wildflowers in the western states, and so I spent many days hiking with her through the hills collecting plants and learning about ecology. After I got my PhD, I worked for environmental organizations, then on to be a college professor, and finally I was fortunate enough in 1986 to join the EPA just as they were getting started on protecting the stratospheric ozone layer. In the stratosphere, the chlorine and the bromine breaks up ozone layer. The ozone layer is a shield that protects the Earth against ultraviolet radiation, and ultraviolet radiation causes skin cancer and cataracts. It suppresses the human immune system, and it damages agricultural crops and natural ecosystems. So ozone depletion literally threatened the very survival of the Earth. The Montreal Protocol was signed in 1987. It's a treaty that's signed by 193 of the 196 nations in the world, so it's widely considered the most successful environmental treaty. One measure of the success of the Montreal Protocol is that it's protected human health drastically. For example, the United States Environmental Protection Agency has estimated that the Montreal Protocol saved over 6 million lives from skin cancer, and that the total value to United States citizens of the Montreal Protocol has already been over $4 trillion in health benefits. So when you expand that to the entire globe, you realize this treaty has offered extraordinary value to citizens all over the Earth. When I wake up in the morning, I am always motivated for work. It's almost never a day where I'm not anxious to go to work and to tackle the next problem. I believe that the lessons from the Montreal Protocol can be applied to climate protection, and that we will be successful in protecting the climate.
Dr. Andersen is probably the epitome of what you want in a manager. I get the impression that, protecting the environment is his #1 goal, but helping young people succeed is a close #2.
Public service is the highest honor for the smartest people. My experience is that you can enjoy your own life and you can find higher satisfaction in public service. It's unimaginable joy.